Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode and the final episode of FTB Beyond. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day, and I wanted to finish off this series officially today. It's kind of been stagnating for a couple weeks now. I've been busy with other things, and it's kind of fallen by the wayside, but honestly, I was kind of at the point where I was ready to end this series anyway, so I wanted to do a bit of a world tour, kind of show off all the things that we accomplished in this series, and then there is also a world download in the description as well if you want to download the world and look at things for yourself. I am in the current latest version of the mod pack, which seems to have broken my power network for some reason. I'm not sure why, and I don't really feel like taking the time to go around and troubleshoot the whole thing, given that the only thing that I have left that I want to do in this world is a world tour. So, just a fair warning, if you download the world, my power network is currently broken for some reason, and I don't know why. But anyway, let's get into the tour. We started off our series looking for a village to overhaul, and this is it. We spent probably our first 20 or so episodes, maybe 25 episodes, renovating and overhauling this village and turning it into something that looks a lot better and a lot cooler, and I really like how it turned out. There's a lot of cool buildings here. There's a consistent theme. It was a lot of fun, kind of renovating this village. So we started with a little starter house over here. I still consider this my main house, but we have a refined storage system. We went with refined storage for almost the entire series. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I've got power being generated in places. It's just not working for some reason. Either way, there's a lot of chisels and bits, windows and things like that. These logs being a little bit smaller than normal, that's chisels and bits. Lots of stone, lots of andesite, cobble, spruce, oak wood. I tried to kind of keep the general feel of a default village. I didn't want to change it too much, so we went with kind of the same block palette that you would find in a regular Minecraft generated village as far as the colors go. But I just changed a couple things, added a spruce highlight or outline to the roofs, and made a couple of the houses a little bit bigger, and just different things. And there's a lot of stuff here. We have our starter house. Over here we have a mob farm that would totally be working right now if I had power. We have a door that I can't get out. There we go. We have ore processing in here. We have, what's in here? A little blacksmith with a tinker's smeltery. We've got a sugarcane farm. Over here, we have the Empowerer from Actually Editions set up over here. A couple villagers in little kiosks with different trades. We have a big bulk storage room over here for all of our stuff. There's just lots and lots of structures and buildings in this area. It's a very functional area, but it's also an area that I quite like the looks of as well. We even have a little cemetery housing our nether portal. This is not supposed to be there, but apparently the Aroma Dimensional Mining World portals also have to be properly synced, so they'll poof you. It just kind of generated one time when I came out of the mining dimension. So I don't know what the deal is there, but either way, the mining village, or the village overhaul took a huge chunk of our series. This was a lot of it, and it was a lot of work, but it was also well worth it, I think. I think it turned out very well in the end, and there's a lot of cool stuff here. It's about to be night. I should have a sleeping bag, right? Yeah, there we go. We also have, there we go. We also have down over here a little setup for soybeans and tofu. We've got farms, automatic farms, growing tofu over here. We had at one point over here somewhere. Yeah, we had some Ender IO farmers as tree farms to get all the wood, but they were a little buggy, so I disabled them. I think that bug has now been fixed in more recent versions of the mod, but I had enough wood where I didn't really need to make use of it anymore, so I never set them back up. And then here is our main power storage. Down here we had a whole bunch of these magmatic dynamos running into this giant vibrant capacitor bank. And this is how I know my power network is a little buggy, because this thing is full to the brim. 750 million stored RF, but none of my machines are turned on. Kind of weird. I don't know. It's weird, but whatever. It's fine. So that's pretty much the village. There's a lot of stuff here, but I don't want to spend tons and tons of time. We kind of overhauled the well a little bit. I don't want to spend tons of time here, though, because we have a lot of other things to see as well. And this was a really cool project. I'm glad I did it. It was cool to do something like this in modded, because overhauling villages is something that I would often consider doing in vanilla, but doing it in modded kind of let us take it a little bit to the next level, but at the same time still maintain that vanilla feel, if you know what I mean. I think that makes sense. Like, this, most of this stuff, not including the completely modded blocks like, Tinker's Smelteries and stuff like that, this almost looks like something that could be built in vanilla. And then you look at it in a little bit closer detail and you realize, oh, this chisels and bits thing, that doesn't exist in vanilla. These wool slabs, those don't exist in vanilla, and little things like that. So I really like how it turned out. I think this was a really cool project, and it was a lot of fun. Once we finished up with that, we started working on an abandoned laboratory over here, and this was another really cool project. This unfortunately never really got finished, but I think I got far enough into it that the idea is there and the inspiration is there. There's a lot of chisels and bit stuff mixed in here and a lot of deco craft stuff as well. So we've got like papers that are spread on the floor, little piles of scrap metal, broken glass, medical supplies that are just kind of randomly strewn about. All the doors open. We got like bloody footprints and stuff like that. The lights actually, we can make the lights flicker to make it all spooky. That was kind of a cool atmospheric sort of thing. Ooh, lag spike. There we go. And then in here we have like some offices. Over here there's a little like a nurse, an infirmary, I guess you would call it. Something like that. A couple more over here, scientific experiments. This thing grows massive amounts of sunflowers. In here, more offices, things like that. And then a lot of the technical stuff ended up in this area. So we've got, like, over here, our Woot mob farm, and this thing is insanely good. Like, this thing is borderline OP, maybe irrefutably OP, considering it can infinitely farm the Ender Dragon. But a very cool farm, and the first time I'd ever played around with that mod, so that was a lot of fun. Couple different mob controllers and stuff like that. These are screens from extra utilities that allow you to basically display an image hosted on an external image hosting site and then display them in the game, which is really cool because it lets you do some cool stuff. Got some zombies in the walls and things along those lines as test subjects. Back here we have our Void resource miner. This gets us various different resources that you can't get any other way. And over here we have our Draconic Fusion crafting core and our fusion crafting room for stuff from Draconic Evolution, which is also a mod that I had never really gotten into before, so that was a lot of fun. We do have a working elevator as well from RF Tools, which is pretty cool. A couple dragons. These are dragon egg mills from extra utilities to power extra utility stuff. And then over here, we have our auto crafting room from Refined Storage, which looks a lot better when my power network is properly working, but whatever. In here, we have XP storage. This thing is holding currently 821 levels of experience. So, not going to run out of experience anytime soon. And then in here, we have like an auto milking setup that will automatically milk these cows and give me milk. I think I needed milk for cake for Botania stuff. And then I have another mob farm in here just for general mobs, kind of an all-purpose one. This is from mob something. Mob Grinding Utilities is the name of the mod. Very cool mod. And another one that I hadn't played around with, new to 1.10, I believe. Then, on our third and final basement floor, you can see it never really got finished. But over here, we have a little immersive engineering setup with an engineering press for making different things. But there's not really much down here. This one never really got finished. This whole base never really got finished, and you know what? That's okay. Whenever you end a Minecraft world or end a series, there's always going to be unfinished projects. That's just kind of the nature of an open game like Minecraft. I had plans for this, but honestly, I just kind of got busy with other things, and when you disappear from something for long enough, sometimes it's hard to get the motivation to go back to it. And that's kind of where I'm at with FTB Beyond. And then the other thing, and this is the more important reason that FTB Beyond is coming to an end, I've got 2 or 3 new modded series that are kind of in the works right now, and I need to make room for them in my schedule for those new series. And that's the biggest reason that I'm getting rid of FTB Beyond. It's not because I'm getting rid of modded on my channel. In fact, it's because I'm adding more modded Minecraft to my channel than what we've had over the last month or two since Hermitcraft Season 5 started. With the Season 5 hype, I have to admit, it kind of overtook me, and Hermitcraft kind of took over my channel, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's time, I think. The Season 5 hype is starting to die down, not just from you guys, but also from myself. And I think it's time to settle back into a little bit more of a varied schedule. Instead of Hermitcraft every day and then random videos, I think it's time to get on a proper schedule where I'm bouncing back and forth between Hermitcraft and my single-player Vanilla World Kingdoms, and then modded Minecraft as well. So time to start getting some modded Minecraft back into the rotation to get those types of videos out to you guys, because I know there's a lot of people who really enjoy my modded Minecraft content, and I'm sorry, but I have been kind of neglecting you over the last few weeks, and it's time to change that. So I think it's time to end our FTB Beyond series and then move on into the future into some new mod packs and some new series that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. And no, before any of you ask, it is not Foolcraft. I am not going to be playing Foolcraft. I am not part of the Foolcraft crew, and I don't think I'm going to be. So before any of you ask, it is not Foolcraft. I have other plans that I think are going to be a lot of fun. So I'm very much looking forward to them. We're going to play some HQM quest-based packs and some all sorts of cool stuff. It's going to be a blast. But anyway, last but not least, the final area that we kind of worked on in this series in the last couple episodes was our Botania area. And I really like how this turned out. Now, let me preface this by saying that I still consider myself very much a Botania noob. We opened up this portal to Alfheim to get Terra Steel and stuff like that. Or actually to get whatever the pink one is. Elementium, maybe? Yeah, Elementium, to get Elementium. And that's the first time in all the years that I've been playing modded Minecraft, that's the first time that I've ever done that with Botania. So we've gotten farther with Botania in this series than ever in my past, and it was very cool. We still didn't quote unquote finish the mod. We never fought the Gaia Guardian or any of that kind of stuff, but I'm okay with that. You know, it's all about going a little bit farther than last time, and I think this was the farthest we have ever gone, and I really like how this area turned out. It's really got kind of this nice organic elvish feel to it, which is what I was going for. And these arches turned out really well. These walls and these arches, I really like them. In fact, I think I'm gonna do some more of this type of stuff, maybe in Hermitcraft. I have some ideas that I think are gonna be really cool, but I really like how these turned out. They really remind me of a lot of people said they reminded you of the style in Rivendell, in Imladris, in Lord of the Rings. And it does have that kind of a feel to it, but interestingly enough, it also has kind of the same shape as far as these walls over here go, where it goes very short and then kind of comes up to a center point as the Black Gate in Mordor in Lord of the Rings, which is also very interesting. But I really like it. I think it turned out really well, and it was very interesting building this kind of on a diagonal, I have to say. That was something was a little bit more difficult to do than I thought, but I think it also turned out really good. It was more, I should say, it was more difficult to do than I thought it was going to be. But I think it also turned out pretty well, all things considered. So this is our Botania area, and I think it's beautiful and it's organic, and, I'm quite proud of it for a lot of different reasons. But I think that is pretty much it for the tour. Almost 50 episodes of progress. That's almost 25 hours of actual video content and many more hours of actual off-camera playtime, gathering resources, planning builds, all that kind of stuff. Definitely done a good spotlight on this mod pack, and I think I'm quite proud of it. I'm quite proud of it, and I'm very excited to move on to some new things. I think we've done a good job of kind of highlighting this mod pack and showing off its capabilities and all that kind of stuff. So, guys, a little bit of a shorter episode, but I've done what I set out to do, and just a reminder, there is a download in the world, or there's a download in the world. There's a world download in the description, is what I meant to say. So if you want to check out the world for yourself, you can download the world, add it to your Minecraft saves folder. It's going to be a zip file, so you have to unzip it and add it into your FTB Beyond saves folder in your Twitch app directory. And that should allow you to load up the world. We are in the latest version, the beta version, in fact, of this mod pack, so make sure you're in that, but that should pretty much do it for you. Guys, I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up this episode right here. My friends, if you enjoyed this video and this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. Stay tuned for more modded Minecraft coming very soon on this channel. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.